Who's ready to get this thing going? Let's hear it.
I know I am. Woohoo! Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Taking the track first, your 2 seed in the playoffs from the far bench, your multi-time defending champion, but 2 seed this year, Runaway Brides. As I've said, maybe 100 times on broadcast on this Twitch channel, you just got to beat the brides, right?
All of them. You got to beat
now
all of them.
For the title, here are your Runaway Brides for the title defense this evening. Number 00, Novocaine.
Woo!
Number 19, Skeletori.
Woo!
Number 25, Nightmare.
Yeah!
Number 75, Fitzwilliam Darcy.
Woo!
Number 100, Cryptic Callie.
Yeah!
Number 113, Skatey Gaga.
Let's go!
Number 151, Ash Smash'em.
All right!
Number 401, Optimus Prime.
Whoop, whoop.
Number 420, Astro Thought.
You get it?
Number 623, Hollywood.
Hey, Hollywood.
Number 816, Kansas City.
Let's go!
Number 1981, Sandra Slay O'Connor.
Hey!
Co-captain of the Runaway Brides, number 4, Cherry Kiss.
Woo-hoo.
And your captain of the Runaway Brides, front left, number 95, Lightning the Queen. Coach is on the bench tonight for the Brides, Lollipop and Jazzmanian Devil. I will turn it over to Gabagool.
Ooh, I get to do the Coffin Draggers. I'm so excited. Are y'all ready for the Coffin Draggers? Oh, here we go.
Okay, so they're gonna. Let's wait see what they do. Hang on. Okay, they're gonna line up back here. So once they've all lined up, you can start announcing them.
For your 2026 Coffin Draggers, number 13, Hugs and Stitches. Number 18, Embezzlement. Number 23, Murder Mittens. Number 30, Zora La Bruja. 333, Angel of Beth. 96, I Love You Die. 300, Dolly Spartan. 414, Foxy Razordine. 616, and Tita. 666, Strange. 710, Mofasta. 1029, Reckless Rose. 1312, Ricky D. Bones. We have number 7780, Pee Wee Verman. And rounding up at 8055, Franken Harder. We got your coaches, no, it's Care Bear and Grant. What is this? Grantula. Coaches Grantula and Gare Bear. Thank you. Who else? Did I do that? Did I do that
That's
right?
it, yeah.
Okay, good.
Whole
okay.
thing done.
All right, I love it. Are you supposed to say the whole number, like 8,055?
No, you said them right.
Okay. Coming in at 7,780.
We're lining up. We are just about ready to go. Hand signals from a couple of officials. Everybody's getting ready.
There's the whistle.
All right. Your first jammers are All of You Die for the Coffin Draggers and Cherry Kiss for the Runaway Brides.
Derby, get on your feet. Let's
We
go.
are
We're
underway.
off. Ooh.
At the back of the pack, Olive has a star off and has handed it forward. We got a star
Okay.
pass forward to Stitches, who is going to take off with Cherry in pursuit. We got ourselves a little bit of a jammer race heading back to the pack. Stitches is going to go ahead and put the hammer down and not surrender, is going to try to rush back here and get that back point and call it off. Now, if that's the first thing you've ever seen in roller derby, what just happened?
There was a panty toss forward, which then made that the jammer, and then the jammer went around, and every person that go around on the opposite team, they get a point only if they're the lead jammer, and that's how you win.
Exactly.
Okay.
Let's get into that a little bit. So those skaters starting from the back of the pack that have the stars on their helmet, those are called the jammers. For the Runaway Brides, that is Skeletori. And what those jammers have to do is they have to get out of the pack once. Once they've gotten out and have gone around the track and come around the back again, everybody they pass is worth a point. So that is what Skeletori is trying to do now, is trying to catch any Coffin Dragger skaters that she can, and she will now be putting points on the board. We count the points at the end of the jam and bank track. So we will give you an update on that score at the end. The Coffin Draggers scored 1 point in the previous jam. Gabagool mentioned lead jammer. The first jammer to get out is called lead jam.
Got it.
And what they have the privilege to do is they can stop the clock once they've scored what points they want and try to stop the other team from scoring any. Now Skeletori is going to get out of the pack and call the time off the clock with about 2 seconds left.
And you want to collect as many points as you want before, is it the end of the jam is done? Is that the time clock?
You have 60 seconds in the jam to do it. And then also, like I said, if you get out, if you're the lead jammer, which if you get past lead jam,
You want to be
change.
the lead jam.
Now, the skater that has a stripe on their helmet, you see them at the front of the pack right now. That's called the pivot.
That's the pivot.
The pivot is sort of the key of the defense and offense. You'll see them doing a lot of blocking call-outs. They also start at the front of the pack for a reason. Now, they're called the pivot because they can become the jammer.
They can.
Yes, the jammer can hand the star to the pivot, and the
Only-
pivot can
only
take
the
off
pivot.
and go, but only the pivot.
Only
That
the
is
pivot. You
correct.
can only get the panty to the pivot. Okay.
And that's what we saw in the very first jam was Hugs and Stitches taking over as jammer for the Coffin Draggers.
Okay.
Score right now after 2 jams is 9-1. We've got an official timeout to discuss some of the scorekeeping in the previous jam.
It's official.
So that is an official timeout. Don't forget, in Bank Track Roller Derby, your penalties are served in the following jam. There are 2 Coffin Draggers in the penalty box right now, meaning 2 blockers for the Coffin Draggers got penalties in the previous jam. And that means the Coffin Draggers skate the entire next jam down 2 skaters, which means a big pack advantage for the Runaway Brides right here.
And it's called a power jam?
It is not a power jam.
What do you call it?
This is just an advantage.
It's an
perhaps.
advantage.
Something
I got
like that,
you. Okay.
Yeah.
We're learning.
Power jam is when the other team doesn't have a jammer.
None at all.
Right.
Okay.
This is All of You Die and Cherry Kiss once again as the jammers.
Oh.
And the Brides are going to use that blocker advantage. They had Cherry towards the front first, but good blocking down there in the corner by the Coffin Draggers to spin Cherry Kiss down to the inside, and she does not get clear.
Coming around that third corner, moving at a slow pace, getting blocked. Oh, takes a big hit.
Cherry ends up with the leg out of the track, so early reference to staying behind that yellow line, like we like to say. Good thing nobody was standing there to not get kicked in the back of the head by a skate. Thank you.
You do not want that.
No. Cherry does get out of the pack first, however, and Cherry is your lead jammer for the Brides.
So the Brides are going to try to pick up some points coming up to the pack.
15 seconds to do so.
Can they catch up? Can the Draggers hold off this advantage?
Cherry Kiss gets mid-pack.
And that's the end of that jam.
When there's skaters in the penalty box, you get those points for those skaters in the penalty box when you pass that first blocker. So basically, the Runaway Brides got 3 points when they passed All of You Die at the back of the pack. 4 points total.
Oh, so they got the people that were in the penalty box. They got points for them.
That's exactly correct.
Oh, see, you got to stay out of the penalty box. You got to get up there and block and help your team.
Point when you're in the penalty box. I'm learning this. That can be a big problem. So 13-1 here after 3 jams. Runaway Brides off to a fast start, which is something we don't say often. The Brides do not usually jump out with giant gulps of points like this in the early going.
They're so hungry.
But the Brides have been winning for a long time and know how to do it in many fashions. Right off the block, Strange just disposes with Novocaine. Wow. That's Sandra Slay O'Connor for the Brides with a head of steam, and it's going to get clear.
All
Brides
right.
now, again, third straight lead jam for the Brides.
The speed of Sandra Slay O'Connor. She is the lead jammer.
Dolly Spartan is still trying to get clear. Very fast-moving pack, and now Dolly is going to, gets blocked by Nightmare. Popped back up on the track, had to get off the track. Great blocking along the inside by Nightmare. Dolly does get out, though, so is going to try to keep this to one scoring pass for Sandra Slay O'Connor, who's hung up at the back of the pack behind a wall of... Wow, Dolly got around the track so fast.
You're gonna watch something
incredible.
Something incredible is gonna happen. Dolly is gonna do something, and you're gonna go, what?
I was watching the blocking, and all of a sudden Sandy was frantically calling it off, and then Dolly came into my frame of view. We've got another...
That would scare me if I saw that.
Another stoppage in play. It's another official timeout, so... Regulators are going to talk that one over. 10:16 to go. Runaway Brides out to the quick early lead after 4 jams, 17-1.
Oh, this is the championship bout, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in live on Twitch. Since you can't be here in person, we got to thank you for being here on our live stream. Continue to watch us at twitch.tv/Arizona Derby Dame. Shout out to the subscribers and the fans watching. Thank you for, I see your messages. Well, they're coming in from Indiana. We got Go Cherry, Let's Go Lightning, and a skate to the face has never felt so good.
All right, we are back to it. It is, as I said, Cherry Kiss and All of You Die for the Brides and Draggers, respectively. Full pack, I hear from the infield, just as I was scanning the penalty box. So, Draggers are going to look to try to break this early run of the Brides if they can. Cherry is pinned at the back of the pack. Aggressive defense by the Draggers there at the back of the pack. Fierce 3-wall.
When they have everyone, they're like a wall.
Antifa, Mofasta, and Embezzlement at the back of the pack. So we focus back on the front. Almost clear. Great block by Lightning. Is going to knock Olive down to the inside.
Olive You Die trying to get past. Can they do it?
Now here comes Cherry. Is going to shove Lightning out of, Olive out of the way. Pardon me.
Takes
Good block along the inside. Gets a cheer from the crowd with 19 seconds left on the jam clock. Olive had to get back on behind Fitzwilliam Darcy. Nobody's out yet. 10 seconds to go. Looks like both jammers are just going to go ahead and...
What do you call this?
This would be a stalemate, a standoff.
Oh, okay.
You have to have somebody get out to call it off, so nobody could call it off, even though both teams were like, well, yeah, we surrender.
They didn't take the lead.
Yeah.
Got you. So that was a good. That was a really, everyone played
good
defense, offense.
Yeah.
Got it. I love that. Let's get some more of that.
This is going to be number 19, Skeletori for the Runaway Brides, and that is Dolly Spartan for the Coffin Draggers.
I tell you, I have faith. I have faith in these jammers. Here we go. Dolly Spartan trying to fight her way through. She breaks out. She breaks out. Dolly Spartan in the lead. Can the Draggers grab some points? Coming up to the pack. Oh, like a speeding bullet. Train. Here she comes.
There goes Tori along the inside, getting
Dolly
out for the Brides.
Points, getting around. Oh, calls it off.
Dolly calling it off. So, Draggers hoping to get that momentum stopper in there. 4 points for the Draggers, 17-5.
I have a feeling
in the early going.
Oh,
go ahead.
I have a feeling once the Draggers get that momentum, it's going to be like lightning, and nobody's going to be able to stop them.
Well, this would be pivotal here. It's going to basically, can the Draggers stack 2 of those together? We've got Hugs and Stitches well back into the turn, and Cherry Kiss for the Brides. Stitches with a full head of steam coming off that corner. Wow!
Right around the pack. Hugs and Stitches is like, not today. Here we come. Grabbing some points, and the Draggers are taking this. Oh, goes down hard. Hugs and Stitches calls it off. Oh. The love of the game. That's for the love of the game for there. Whew, that's for the love of the game.
Waiting for the points. Stitches.
I'm getting anxiety. So much energy. A lot.
All 4 of those points for the Draggers. 17-9.
It's
halfway through the first quarter.
Anyone's game.
This is Sandra Slay O'Connor for the Runaway Brides.
And Dolly Spartan back out for the Coffin Draggers.
Wow, that was such a great example of Stitches using that vision before the whistle and finding a path through the pack. That was incredible to watch. Sandy has the star off. Dolly gets knocked down hard. Also has the star off. So both jammers are playing stealth and trying to. There goes Dolly.
Spartan gets around. Can she put the panty on? Oh, we got a lead jammer for the Coffin Draggers. It is Dolly Spartan coming around to the pack. Can they block her? Can they stop her? Can the Brides? Oh, she gets around. Grab some points. Oh, gets around the whole pack. Here she comes. Get on your feet. Get on your feet.
Sandy now gets out the front of the pack for the Brides, is going to try to cap this at a second scoring pass for Dolly Spartan. That 3 wall of Brides defenders are trying to run a little self-accordion action. Trying to stay united and keep the pack moving as Sandy is going to close in here. And a little chip after the whistle by Novocaine. All's fair in war and war. That is 8 points for the Draggers. We're tied.
And just like that.
16 unanswered points for the Draggers after the Brides scored 17 unanswered of their own. The Draggers led 1-0, then the Brides went up 17-1, and we are tied at 17. Brand new non-ball game.
We're at 0 in anybody's game.
This is going to be...
You got the Brides jammer Cherry Kiss, right? Is that Cherry Kiss?
That is Cherry Kiss, and that is Hugs and Stitches, but Cherry Kiss was kind of looking around like she was possibly expecting a penalty. I don't know. We'll find out in a moment.
Oh,
official timeout, 5:39 to go in the first quarter, tied at 17 here in the championship bout.
When there's an official timeout, I get quiet, like, okay, you got to wait for the officials to tell you what's happening because they know it's exactly what happened. And it's always nerve-wracking. Do you know before? Do you sometimes know the penalty before?
I do not. I honestly, what they'll write it on the whiteboard. That's the first chance we have to see it, and then half the time I can't see it anyway because my eyesight's so bad.
Oh.
So, but when they put it, I see it now. I glanced up and glanced down. Now that'll come back around. See, there we go.
Got you.
So. Hey, we've got vendors here tonight. We have 3 vendors we wanted to let you know about. We've got Tucci's Touch is in-house providing chair massages here in the arena, right here outside of turns 3 and 4.
Right outside of the yellow line.
That's Tucci's Touch. Get up there for more information on that.
Yes.
We've got Dead Star Press. They are out back with the bookmobile. It is air-conditioned. And they are here with their new release from 3-time Phoenix Magazine Best of the Valley writer Joseph New. I cannot quite read
We love you, new time.
It may be
Joseph.
Newcomer, I think. Joseph D. Newcomer.
We think you're great.
He's there to sign all copies of his books. And we've got Raven's Sweet Haven with all manner of pies and sweet goods, in addition to savory hand pies and other items.
Ooh.
That is your other major food option is Raven's Sweet Haven if you don't want a big plate of barbecue from the pit.
I had a
That's your vendors here tonight. We are underway. That is, instead of Cherry Kiss, it's Skeletori up against Hugs and Stitches for the Draggers. Stitches to the front. The Draggers have been on fire since they started this run, and they have lead jam. No, Stitches not out yet. Excellent, timely blocking at the front of the pack. Stitches has to try again.
And the Brides are down, right? They're down a couple players?
The Brides are down 2 blockers. That is just Cherry and Lightning out there together, so nobody out yet. Tori is near the front but gets clipped and knocked down. Great jammer defense by Stitches. 24 seconds left in this very active jam.
Can the Draggers work together to score some points on this advantage?
Stitches is up towards the front. Lightning is up to the task, and Lightning deposits Stitches on the infield like a can awaiting recycling. We've got Skeletori is now going to pop up on the track at the back of the pack. 2 seconds left. No jammers out. No points. No lead
points
jam.
That was
Defensive stand.
Defense. They held off the Coffin Draggers.
Yes. No, we got it. Thank you. Yeah, we had somebody let me know.
We got Holly Hood and Dolly Spartan for the Coffin Draggers.
Yep, Holly Hood's jamming for the Brides for the first time. 4:10 to go roughly when this whistle blows. In the first quarter, we are tied at 17, as I said.
Dolly Spartan breaks away from the pack. Out in front for the Coffin Draggers.
And now we've got Holly Hood out the front of the pack for the Brides as well. We're going to keep this to 1 scoring pass for Dolly. Here's Dolly is going to get by Nightmare at the front of the pack. We had Cryptic Callie there for the Brides at the back of the pack, took a shot to the face. I saw her holding the bridge of her nose and went to the bench under her own power. Appeared to be, probably got, popped in the face. But we will update you on that if that acquires attention. I don't see any medics headed over there at the moment.
It looks like just all of you die as the jammer for Coffin Draggers.
We've got all of you die on the jammer line, and it is a power jam for the Coffin Draggers. That means Holly Hood, the jammer for the Brides, got a penalty in the previous jam. Again, if you're watching Bank Track Derby for the first time, that means, well,
whoa,
we've got the Brides are going to challenge.
We got a challenge. You only get one challenge a half? Okay.
1 challenge per half, so the Brides are going to use their first half challenge here, which they can get back if it is successful.
If they're successful.
You can win back 1 challenge per game.
So you got to be smart about it. Okay.
So now the Brides are, again, now we won't know until they come up here and tell us, but
exactly,
probably challenging the jammer penalty.
Okay.
You would have to figure. So the Coffin Draggers just put 4 points on the board, 21-17. The Draggers have the lead with 3:11 to go in the first quarter. That gives us time to go over some of our sponsor notes, vendor notes, things like that.
I just want to take some time and thank our volunteer medics, y'all. We would like to thank our medics for their presence and knowledge tonight. If you have qualifications and would like to volunteer as a medic during our remaining bouts, which next season,
right,
please see Nacho Mama.
Tucci's touch, I touched on that briefly. Nyuk nyuk. Tucci is down there, as I said, giving chair massages. They've been a long-time sponsor of the league. They've got a 60-minute Tucci's Touch massage as one of the raffle prizes tonight. Don't forget that. They are providing, specializing in trigger point therapy, targeting muscle knots and tension to relieve pain and improve mobility. Their injury rehab approach combines therapeutic techniques to accelerate recovery and restore functional movement. All right, that is a quick review, as reviews go, by the regulators.
It looks like they were challenging the cut call, and the Brides lost the challenge, so they lost their ability to
That is correct.
challenge.
The Brides have lost their first half challenge, and the power jam will stand. It is going to be a power jam at an incredibly consequential time for the Coffin Draggers. Who are they going to send up to the line? Let's see in a moment.
3:11 left on the first quarter.
Yeah, so that was a cut track on Holly Hood, which cut track means that she basically came off the track and then came back on
at a different spot.
In front of the blocker that knocked her off.
Gotcha.
And that was the review. The review did not take long, so must have been pretty good evidence that they were pretty confident in.
I would like to thank our regulators, y'all. If you're interested in being part of the roller derby community, but hitting people isn't your thing, our regulators are always looking for dedicated and eager minds to learn our rules and help our skaters on the track be safe. Just like our regulators tonight, they are a team, and they're open to any gender.
All right, looks like we're ready to go. There we go. Here we are with the Coffin Draggers Power Jam. Olive, Dolly Spartan.
Dragger
Sorry,
fans,
Olive. Sorry,
make
Olive
some
fans.
noise. This is a Power Jam.
So the brides do have all 4 of their blockers. However, Coffin Draggers are down 1 blocker, so the brides do have a 1 skater advantage in the pack as this Power Jam gets underway. Brides really would love a defensive stand here. That would be huge to keep this thing from getting out of pocket and having to hack back out of a hole. Dolly Spartan to the inside. Good defense so far by the Runaway Brides. The longer that clock ticks without me saying much of anything, that's just more good defense taking place by the Runaway Brides. 30 seconds left in the Power Jam. The Brides have been up to it so far, and finally Dolly Spartan shakes loose for the Coffin Draggers. Good defense, though, by the Runaway Brides on the Power Jam.
17 seconds left of the jam. Can she score some more points?
Runs up into that wall of defenders for the Brides at the front of the pack. They're going to extend Dolly down to the infield. They're trying not to let her through. Trying to keep this from becoming a full scoring pass, and the whistle blows. We'll have to see from the infield. Very, very good defense on the Power Jam by the Runaway Brides. Not a shutout, but absolutely
definitely got some points. Dolly Spartan, for sure.
That was huge for the Brides on the Power Jam defense there. 25-17. Draggers are in front, but just by 8. And on the jammer line for the Draggers is Strange. Hollywood directly in front of us for the Brides.
Strange out in front for the Coffin Draggers. Strange picking up speed, coming up to the pack. Looking to score some points. Let's go. Strange are on the first block. Can they get through the lid? Oh! Can they get...
Friendly fire down along the inside. They basically knock the Draggers pivot into Strange, and there's going to be a stoppage in play as Strange gets back up and calls it off.
Still got a couple points, though.
Hard hits, hard physical action. 4 more for the Coffin Draggers. The Coffin Draggers have scored 28 unanswered points and lead 29-17 with 59 seconds to go in the first quarter, excuse me. A challenge flag has been thrown. Let's wait to see if that is official. Just because they threw the flag, it's got to be, whistle's got to blow and they got to acknowledge it. Yes. But somebody has thrown a flag. We can give that much away because it's kind of laying in a heap there in the infield, and it would be silly to ignore it.
Look, it looks like my shoes.
Yeah. There it is. Challenge Coffin Draggers, which it had to be because the Brides don't have a challenge left. Coffin Draggers are going to be challenging something. We will find out what and what the result was in just a couple of minutes. So our second first quarter challenge gives us time to talk about more of our sponsors and stuff.
Absolutely. You know, I'm over here always trying to recruit people. We also have the minor assaults. So if you're interested and you know someone between the ages of 10 and 17 and you love to skate, we have a minor assaults team, which they're looking for new skaters to join their team. Our coaches not only teach technique and knowledge of the sport, but they also help build leadership, teamwork, and problem-solving skills that will help in life situations far beyond the roller derby. Minor skating skills, dedication to learn, and positive mental attitude are all required. Come see what we have, and it's fun, as well as you get to eventually become a main roller derby individual after you become 18, right?
You graduate, join the adult league, absolutely. Freya Riot Tattoo at the Riot Collective Private Studio. Tattoos and laser tattoo removal come with zero judgment and all the good vibes. Whether you're adding new art or letting go of the old, you'll find a safe, inclusive, and chill space made just for you. Follow them online at Rhea_Riot, the_Riot_Collective, and Boner Riot.
Also, take a moment and check out Switchblade Salon. They were established in 2005. They are a queer-owned and operated salon whose mission is to be a safe space in a community where every client is comfortable being exactly who they are. Providing body positive, gender-affirming hair creations and encourage and inspire individuals to be their most authentic selves. 16th Street and Indian School. You can get colors, you can get a mullet, you can get a shag, you can get short hair. You can ask for the Clifton.
That is Strange's salon, of course, Switchblade.
Switchbladesalon.com. And on
All
Instagram.
right. Yep, we are putting that back up on the board because that challenge was successful. The Coffin Draggers had a jammer penalty that they challenged, and the Coffin Draggers challenge was successful. No power jam for the Runaway Brides, and the Draggers get back their first half challenge.
That was a good challenge.
It was a back block penalty on, would have been Strange. I believe that was Strange. It's been a bit ago.
Wow. That was
so. Even strength jammer line, Cherry Kiss for the Brides, Olive You Die for the Coffin Draggers, and now it's the Brides on the defensive and trying to find an answer for this momentum that the Draggers have been building, and this could be the start of it. Cherry Kiss out clear. Olive You Die steps around the blocker for the Runaway Brides and takes off, so Olive is on the pursuit, and we got ourselves a bit of a jammer race heading back to the line. Cherry Kiss is going to be barreling down on the track. We've got Olive You Die turning into the home stretch further behind than that horse was in the Kentucky Derby. Here comes Cherry Kiss going in point scorer first, slides up, slides off the track, gets up to reestablish and calls it off. Golden Tempo, that was the horse's name.
Golden Tempo. That's me. It's like, oh, I should probably win this, and then pick it up a little bit.
2 points for the Brides to break the scoreless skid. We've got Cherry Kiss coming directly back out on the jammer line, knowing she's got 5 minutes to sit on the bench here in a couple of minutes. So Cherry Kiss right back on the jammer line for the Brides. And Dolly Spartan for the Coffin Draggers. Cherry is... This will be this is the last jam of the first quarter. The quarter clock expired between. So there we go. Cherry is going to take off. Cherry must have seen something, knowing to come back out there, must have seen something defensively that she wanted to try to exploit, one would figure. Has the star off, big hit. Dolly Spartan got hit right in the face and got knocked down. Gets up again, is now going to get to the front of the pack. Cherry isn't clear. Lightning gets bowled over. Lightning, the queen, just got knocked over.
Dolly Spartan out for the lead jam.
And Lightning is now going to take the star and take off as jammer for the Brides. Here comes Dolly Spartan.
We got a sea of Coffin Draggers. Can Dolly Spartan get around and calls it off for the final jam of your first quarter.
Lightning, the queen, was barreling in late and puts fingers up like her sister would. Jammer sense, they call it. Let's see if the Brides are going to put any points up on the board. One moment. I have a sense I'm going to have to get out. No. Bentong's going to check in. Lightning the Queen did get 3 points on the pursuit. That's what we always say, kids. Skate through the whistle, follow through, intend your puns.
And
My
after
goodness.
the first quarter, we have the Brides at 22 and the Draggers at 33.
We do. What a back and forth bout already. We're going to step aside and take a brief break. We'll be back in 5 minutes with the second quarter of this bout.
Hey, our friends on Twitch, if you want to say something to me, Twitch people, hi, I see you. I see you, Sarah. I see you, Venus. I see you, Doctor. Doctor. I see you. You can talk to me.
With that rolling whistle, we are back to the action. 33-22. Coffin Draggers are in front as we start the second quarter.
15 minutes for this second quarter.
That's right. Then we'll
Before
step aside
halftime.
for a 15-minute halftime break.
It's
That
Cherry
is
Kiss.
All of You Die for the Draggers and Cherry Kiss for the Brides, as we've said. This is Cherry Kiss's third straight jam, legally speaking, and Cherry Kiss gets out for the Brides. Brides are looking to staunch this momentum that the Draggers built throughout the back half of that first quarter. And this is a great start as the Coffin Draggers don't yet have their jammer out. Here comes Cherry with the full head of steam. Olive at the back of the pack was the jammer. I don't think she has passed the star to Stitches, or Stitches would have taken off. So Olive must still have the star in her hand. I'm hearing some penalties rattling in. Cherry has been taking a beating at the front of the pack from those Coffin Draggers defenders and is still not out.
And the Brides of the start of the first quarter, they were out hot.
That's right. That is right. The Brides scored on the second, third, fourth, and fifth jams of the game, and then the Coffin Draggers snapped to life long about then. 5 points there for the Brides, so that hacks into the lead. 33-27. Draggers are in front by 6.
Dolly Spartan and Skeletori out as your jammers.
Different jammer for the first time in 4 jams for the Runaway Brides. However, they did get some good points out of Cherry Kiss on 2 of those 3 jams.
Oh,
Big
Skeletori
block
goes down
along
hard.
the inside.
The panty falls off.
Hugs and Stitches hit Skeletori so hard, she knocked the star off her.
You can say knock the panty off her.
That is just, wow. What a shot. Murder Mittens, thank you. I appreciate it. I did not think that was Hugs and Stitches. Honestly, she had turned around and I caught the back half of the number. What a block by Murder Mittens. Let me give the proper love there. Meanwhile, Tori's back up, star back on, albeit a little skewed. And now Tori does still fight and gets last laugh and gets out with 21 seconds with which to work.
Last laugh. I like that. You can't knock me down. I'm coming around and grabbing some points.
Here comes Dolly with a full head of steam and is going to try to keep this to just the one basic attempt for Tori.
Oh.
Dolly making it interesting along the inside there at the very end.
The Coffin Draggers defense. Oh.
No points for Dolly on the pursuit. Tori does get 3 for the Brides, so good work picking a place to attack that back wall for maximum pointage.
A 3-point advantage for the Draggers.
That is correct. Draggers still in front. Brides are stalking. Cherry Kiss for the Runaway Brides. Olive, You Die for the Coffin Draggers. We are underway. Olive to the inside is got the star off, trying to hand it. We've got Cherry bumped up into the rail. That time that is Stitches on the blocking at the front of the pack. So neither jammer out yet. Now taking off. There goes Stitches for the Draggers, and Stitches is going to snap that star on. We got a star pass for the Draggers as well. We got a big block back at the back of the pack as I'm watching Lightning the Queen catching up quickly for the Runaway Brides. All right, 2 points for the Coffin Draggers, 35-30.
Sandra Slay O'Connor out for the Brides and Dolly Spartan for the Coffin Draggers.
Then a tightly fought battle back and forth so far. Couple of big runs early and now fairly evenly matched as we've gotten into the meat of the second quarter.
And if you're not understanding the Derby, please see our incredible human over here with the sign, Ask Any Derby Question.
Yeah, we've got Impaler Swift walking around with Ask Me Derby questions. Flag Swifty down if you need to know what's going on. We've got Sandra Slay O'Connor is going to take off and lead jammer for the Runaway Brides. Putting the star on now is Dolly Spartan for the Coffin Draggers. We've got Sandra Slay O'Connor back to the pack, up to the high side. A blocker just got dumped for the Brides. Murder Mittens going down the hard way down the track. Wow.
That took my breath away. Took my breath away.
Runaway Brides put 4 points on the board. It's a 1-point lead for the Coffin Draggers with about 10 minutes to go in the first half.
I Love You Die back out for the Draggers. And number 4, Cherry Kiss for the Brides.
We've got 2 Coffin Draggers in the penalty box. We've got 1 Runaway Bride in the penalty box. So a rather small pack out there. Let's see if either jammer can take advantage.
Is that an advantage or the
It's a small advantage.
Small advantage
for the Brides. A 1 skater advantage for the Brides. Nothing overwhelming.
Nothing too crazy, just a
Right,
little
right.
off the top, you know.
Cherry, that's Olive to the front, but good blocking by those front blockers for the Runaway Brides. Still up to it, and now here comes the jammer for the Brides. Cherry Kiss, 30 seconds to go in this jam. Cherry to the inside, and Cherry's your lead jammer. Astro thought down hard at the back of the pack and is now trying to catch up as Cherry Kiss is going to be coming around. Olive gets out for the Coffin Draggers to keep this to 1 scoring attempt for Cherry Kiss, but this should give the Runaway Brides the lead. We'll find out officially here in just a second.
Every point matters. Every block matters. Every team call matters.
Without a doubt, we're going to have a timeout. Let's find out what it is.
What's the time?
Team timeout. Coffin Draggers. Coffin Draggers are going to take their first half timeout. Runaway Brides have taken the lead back 38-35. Brides back in front.
And you know what that means? It's our timeout circus act that gets to come out. Come on out, timeout circus act. Oh, no circus
sorry,
act. No circus act.
No,
That's
sorry.
fine. I guess we'll just talk about our incredible sponsors. Siphon Draw Apothecary offers handmade organic skincare made with the finest organic, local, and ethically sourced ingredients available. Siphon Draw was created by AZDD legend Colin Sinclair, a.k.a. Dolly de los Muertos. Okay, I'll get it. Dolly de los Muertos is a skater owned and operated. We offer a wide variety of skincare products as well as doctor recommended topicals for pain, eczema relief, gabagool itch. Visit the Goldfield Ghost Town and Apache Junction or order it online at siphondraw.com.
Lost Dutchman Tattoo is one of the Derby Dame's longtime sponsors. They've been donating since 2011. They're dedicated to providing a safe and inclusive environment for all. As an ally to the LGBTQIA+ community, they're committed to fostering a welcoming atmosphere for everyone. Their talented artists specialize in a variety of tattoo styles, including traditional, fine line, black and gray, new traditional, and Japanese. They invite both appointments and walk-ins to experience the artistry. Shop hours are Tuesday to Saturday, noon to 8 at Lost Dutchman Tattoo. We're back to it. Brides are now in front, 38-35. Skeletori at the jammer line for the Brides. Dolly Spartan for the Draggers. And Dolly is
Dolly
out.
wants this.
Yes, fought
Dolly
through
wants
the front of the pack.
this.
And then taking off. Wow, Skeletori found an opening and just took off with that quick first step. Tori gets out for the Brides as well. So just 1 scoring attempt for Dolly.
Can Skeletori catch up to the pack? Skeletori at the back of the pack. Oh,
Good blocking by Nightmare at the front of the pack. Let's see if Nightmare kept herself from becoming a point.
We have a
She
tie
did.
game. A tie. It's
We're
a
tied
tie
up
again.
It was tied at 17. Now it's tied at
Woo,
38.
They want it. They want it, crowd. Who are you here to see? Make some noise.
All right, it is All of You Die and Cherry Kiss once again.
These teams are evenly matched, both hungry for this championship. The athletes are doing offense and defense and talking and timeouts and challenges. I love this. This is so much fun. Thank you for inviting me.
Absolutely. We love having you here. And then stepping past a blocker along the outside, there goes Olive for the Coffin Draggers.
All of You Die. Can they grab some points? Coming up to the back of the pack is the lead jammer of the Coffin Draggers, trying to score some points. The Brides with the block.
Lightning takes over as jammer for the Brides and takes off, so he's going to keep this to 1 scoring attempt. Olive calling it off, twisting off the track. And it's 4 more for the Coffin Draggers. Draggers go back in front, 42-38. We've got 2 blockers for the Coffin Draggers in the penalty box. Big pack advantage here for the Runaway Brides. 2 skater advantage in the pack for the Brides, and that's Sandra Slay O'Connor for the Brides.
Can they capitalize? But Strange out in front for the Coffin Draggers, still trying to grab some points. They can still grab points, right?
Yeah, they can definitely get points, but as you see, they are at a disadvantage. They're held up in the back, and that 3-wall can just hang on to Strange and keep them pinned if they can.
Both of these jammers highly experienced, highly athletic. The
Shaking
Brides
clear
break
at
out.
the front of the pack. An excellent one-on-one battle, but coming out of there is Holly Hood taking over as jammer for the Brides. So Holly Hood is now going to be stalking for points. Coffin Draggers jammer is Strange and is still not out. Hood quickly through at the front of the pack. Manages to get by Murder Mittens. So Hood is going to try to string together multiple scoring passes here and put the Brides back in front. Up to the high side, around some blockers goes Hood. Hood down to the low side, now backwards. And is going to call it. That should put the Brides back in front.
Great job, Brides got 2. They went around twice, the pack twice.
Fans, don't forget, during the halftime break, we've got poster board down there for $1 if you want to make a poster board for somebody you're here to cheer for. Poster board and access to markers, that's part of what we got down there. Fans, pom-poms, and poster board for $1. Get down there and check that out.
We will start having the raffle at halftime too, so please grab your tickets to that.
Yeah.
Support this league if you're loving your time here.
We got an official timeout. No, not an official timeout. Pardon me.
Oh.
Timeout white. Runaway Brides are going to use a first half timeout.
Which is a great time.
Let's go over the raffle prizes, why don't we?
If you don't have your raffle ticket, please take a moment, grab one.
Raffle tickets are 1 for $1, 6 for $5. If you spend $20, you get 10 free. You get 30 tickets for 20. We take Zelle.
And somebody is going to win these prizes. We have Dead Star Press choice of 2 used books and a shirt and a tote. They're out back, so go see them. We also have Claire's Kids Beauty Goodie. We also have Roller Derby Goodie Bag. We have a pint glass, towels, a fanny pack with Derby slogans. And don't forget, $75 from one of our sponsors tonight, Switchblade Salon. Haircut, a $75 haircut.
Yeah.
And 60 Minutes Tucci Massage, which they're right over here. And $300 Rhea Riot Tattoo. Our silent auctions tonight, Siphon Draw, skincare products, $50 to start. It's silent because you have to put something down.
Yeah, get down there and check those out during the break especially. We'll be giving those away later on tonight. We've got the Siphon Draw skincare package, starts at $50. Lost Dutchman Tattoo, worth $400. The starting bid for that is $150. The Innova vacuum sealer worth $75, starting bid $25, and the home dehumidifier worth $50. We've got 4 silent auction items. Get down there during our halftime break and check that out. Here we go. The Brides did take the front, as we mentioned, 47-42, so the Brides are in front here, and Cherry Kiss is out for the Brides. All of You Die is your jammer for the Coffin Draggers. Small pack, not many skaters out there, and here comes Cherry Kiss with a very staggered pack to work with. Cherry is going to weave through. This is what the Brides are looking for. Brides are trying to build some momentum here as we're heading in towards the halftime break with 5 minutes to go until halftime. 20 seconds to go in this jam. Here comes Cherry Kiss for the Brides up to the high side. All of You Die now is just going to square up and play defense against Cherry. So far effective, but goes down to the track and unfortunately is going to try to have to get up here and get back in front. Olive eventually just takes off. But that's going to be another productive jam for the Runaway Brides. Yeah, the Runaway Brides put 9 points on the board. The Brides are now in front by 14, 56-42. Game of wild swings, hasn't it been?
They saw a chance and they took it.
Dolly Spartan for the Coffin Draggers. And it looks like it's going to be a power jam for the Runaway Brides. The Runaway Brides get to field their power jam offense. No, not a power jam. Just kidding. Did I see a double jammer
Oh.
Down, maybe.
Okay.
Cherry Kiss comes down since they're not doing Power O, and they send Skeletori back up. Some confusion
that's how
there.
fast it changes.
Double jammer down was the call, so there was penalties on both jammers.
Okay.
Which means that the cancel out, exactly.
Okay.
Essentially, both teams lose a blocker instead. You wouldn't skate without 2 jammers; it would be pointless.
Yeah.
Thank you. Skaters off the track. I had seen the Bride's jammer leave again, so they're going to talk this one over. Stay tuned. Man, either side getting a power jam here would be incredibly consequential. The Brides have not gotten to field their fearsome Power O yet. Coffin Draggers have gotten 1 crack at a power jam, and the Brides were up to it on defense. The Coffin Draggers would love to get a power jam to get back into this thing with 4:08 to go in the second quarter. We're going to have to figure out who's going to be out there in just a moment.
Are you a business that is interested in becoming a sponsor of the Arizona Derby Dames? Contact sponsorship at ArizonaDerbyDames.com to find more information about league sponsorship. Let's not forget the after party tonight of the championship bout. We're going to be amped up at the Thunderbird Lounge on 7th Avenue in Indian School.
All right, final answer, Regis. My final answer is C. It's a power jam for the Coffin Draggers instead.
Okay.
And it is underway. After all of that, we had penalties possibly on both sides, and as it stands, Cherry Kiss in the penalty box, and Dolly Spartan out there on the Coffin Draggers power jam.
Less than 4 minutes of the second quarter left.
Runaway Brides only surrendered 4 points the first time. Now they've got Fitzwilliam Darcy at the back of the pack, and they're trying to stay in play. Brides have not yielded yet. Dolly gets blocked down to the inside. Brides defense still up to the task. 25 seconds left. That Brides defense at the front of the pack still holding strong as the pack has come all the way around. We're approaching the point at which it's not going to matter if Dolly gets out at all. There's 8 seconds left, and the Runaway Brides are going to put a goose egg on the board in this power jam as the clock is going to expire. What a defensive stand by the Runaway Brides on the power jam. Incredibly consequential right there. That was a golden chance for the Coffin Draggers to really hack into the lead, and the Runaway Brides, if I've said it once, I've said it 100 times. They make their hay on the power jams, scoring points and not giving points up.
There you go.
Really interesting to watch that. So 2 power jams so far and a total of 4 points scored. That's pretty good defense by the Runaway Brides.
Can Cherry Kiss of the Brides keep that score going?
Strange
out front for the Coffin Draggers, looking to capitalize on this moment, score some points for them to get them back.
So 2:38 to go until halftime. We are now finally underway. Cherry, starting from well behind the pack, is going to go along the inside, then up to the high, and gets blocked off to the inside, but the blocker comes off, and Cherry's out and clear for the Brides.
Cherry keeping that momentum.
Star's been passed forward. We've got Murder Mittens at the front of the pack. The pivot for the Coffin Draggers has the star in hand. Cherry Kiss gets knocked down to the inside. Murder Mittens is going to line up to play some jammer defense here as we approach 2 minutes to go until halftime. Pace of play has stopped here in the far turn. Runaway Brides are united at the front, not intending to let that jammer out. Coffin Draggers only have 2 blockers. I've noticed the Coffin Draggers have skated light a couple of times, and so the Coffin Draggers could be picking up some penalties, although it's hard to tell.
What would be the
it's hard to
reason
track
for
those.
skating light like that?
Because it seems to me that they are serving penalties, so they may be picking up more penalties than the Brides. It has seemed like the Brides have had pack advantage. To my eye.
So it's a defensive move.
Yeah, and honestly, that just as I said, to my eye, it appears, I feel like the Brides are skating penalty light right now. I have seen fuller packs on their side, but I could be wrong. That was 5 more for the brides, by the way.
You've never been wrong before.
Another long delay here before this jam starts. And now we're underway. So the brides trying to guide this boat into halftime with a nice, sizable lead if they can. Hollywood at the back of the pack. All of you die for the draggers. Draggers have just not had any luck getting their jammer clean at about 6 to 8 jams, and finally they do.
You say that, and now
as
the
I say that, the old announcer jinx or reverse jinx, perhaps.
Reverse jinx.
Right?
They said, we can't have this happen.
All of you die gets out for the Coffin draggers, which is what the draggers need. Olive is going to weave through. They need not just that, but they need Olive to get multiple scoring attempts in as well. Now the star has been passed forward, and taking over as jammer is Nightmare. So Olive's going to call it off. So 3 points for the draggers to break the schneid. The Runaway brides are in front by 16. This will be the last jam of the first half. Don't look now, draggers fans. It's a power jam for the Coffin draggers as we head into the halftime break. So let's see the chess match again. Can the brides' defense hold strong? The brides have all 4 of their blockers.
How many points do the draggers need to make it even?
It's a 16-point lead for the brides, but, I mean, the draggers got to get out first.
Okay. Out first,
yeah.
Score second, keep it going
And as
third.
you see, as I've said, this defense for the brides is fearsome. Now Dolly's going to fight towards the front and is going to get ground up to the wall. Are they out of play?
Dolly
they are out of play. Dolly gets out.
Dolly is not playing. She said, we have a game to win. Draggers, get on your feet. Can she score some more points?
22 seconds left.
Oh,
Dolly gets knocked down at the back of the pack hard, takes a tumble. We're going to have a stoppage in play at the back of the pack.
Ooh.
There we've got Dolly Spartan up on the skates. Medics are going to escort Dolly back to the bench. Dolly gets 2 points for her trouble on the power jam. And there we are with Dolly heading back over towards the draggers bench, as we said. We'll get looked at. We are going to head into the 15-minute halftime break. 14-point lead for the Runaway brides. It's been back and forth throughout. 61-47, brides trying to avenge their only loss of the season and defend their title. The Coffin draggers have upset on their minds.
And we got the call. It is the half.
It is the half.
We have 15 minutes of the half, and we'd like to thank the regulators. We'd like to thank the EMTs. We'd like to thank the volunteer rookies. We'd like to thank everybody that it takes to run this league, the passion of the athletes and the fans. If you are
1 minute until the end of the half. Welcome back, Derby fans.
Welcome back.
61-47. The brides are in front in their defense of their title. Coffin draggers, it has been a game of surges. If you have joined us late, the Coffin draggers scored the first point. It was 1-0. Then the brides scored 18 unanswered.
Came back.
Then the Coffin draggers swung and then tied it.
Swung around and said,
yep.
Hold up. Hold on.
Then
Hold my skate.
Then it was neck and neck, and then the brides jumped in front. Draggers put points on the board in the last couple of jams to get us to where we are now. The Runaway brides are in front by 14. That is surmountable, but the brides' defense sometimes is insurmountable. Can the Coffin draggers overcome this deficit, eliminate that lead, and claw back to take the title?
When I tell you it's anybody's game, it's anybody's game.
Yes.
Because with the right plays and the right moves and the right communication, guess what? You're right back in the game.
So I can see from here there are 2 Runaway Brides in the penalty box. So the Coffin Draggers are definitely going to have a pack advantage here in this first jam whenever it starts. The regulators are still discussing some game action here before the third quarter gets underway. Don't forget the pit barbecue is still outside. If you'd like to step outside and grab yourself a really, really, honestly, genuinely good barbecue. I ate it myself. It was really good.
I got fried pickles with a spicy barbecue sauce to dip it in.
Their food, their meat. I mean, that's like if you're a barbecue place, like, I mean, if your sides are good, that's wonderful. But like if your meat, like, and their meat is
if your meat is
real,
tender and it falls off the bone,
that meat is good.
then you're doing it right.
All right, it looks like we're just about ready to get underway finally.
Here we go. We're off to the great start. And here we are after halftime. Starting the third quarter. 15 minutes on the clock. Runaway Brides 61. Coffin Draggers 47. I'll Love You Die out in front for the Coffin Draggers. And who's that?
That is Skeletori
Okay.
for the Runaway Brides.
Welcome back, Twitch. Welcome back, Twitch. Hello. Thank you for donating.
Hello, Twitch chat. All right, there we go. Underway in the second half. All of You Die has taken the star off and is up towards the front. Is going to push that front pack of blockers, try to get them just straight out of play. Not quite able to get there. Lightning fins off a block from Hugs and Stitches. Olive is still towards the front, tries to spin around Lightning and can't get there. Once again, now Olive finally finds an opening along the inside and takes off. Skeletori is catching up to the, so is trying to fight through that back wall of defenders. So here comes Olive on a scoring pass. Has gotten around the inside. This is what the Coffin Draggers are looking for. Olive couldn't stay, tried to stay on. Olive blocked her off. Excuse me, Lightning blocked her off. Olive blocked down to the inside, is going to get back up and call it off. We'll check on the score from the infield. We have an unbelievable update in that last jam.
Yeah?
1 second. Okay. In that last jam before the first half, an unsporting conduct penalty was called on Cherry Kiss, and she has been ejected from the game.
No.
The Runaway Brides have lost Cherry Kiss
Cherry
for the
Kiss,
remainder of the
the head
game.
jammer?
That would be correct.
The high score point person?
Yes.
Out of the game.
So that is what we are looking at going forward, is that the Runaway Brides are down one of their primary offensive weapons here in the second half. That is Sandra Slay O'Connor for the Runaway Brides, and for the Draggers getting clear at the front is Strange.
The Dragons are hungry. Strange is hungry.
Along the inside, there goes Sandra Slay O'Connor getting out for the Brides. Try to keep this to one scoring pass for Strange.
Pat round the
does
pack
it
and
and
calls
calls
it
it
off.
Yep.
Big score for the Dragon.
Coffin Draggers are going to
Draggers,
continue to hack into
Draggers.
that league. We've got our first new jammer of the second half as the Runaway Brides will begin to look to replace Cherry Kiss's output. This is Skatey Gaga on the jammer line for the Runaway Brides. Rookie skater this year who has done a lot on the jammer line for a lot of teams. Keep your eye on Skatey. And Skatey, as I say it, right
Skatey
to the front.
Dude.
Small, slight jammer just finds ways to get through the pack. There goes Hugs and Stitches.
Do that like a...
So Skatey Gaga up to the pack, at least gets out and gets lead. Now gets passed by Stitches. Didn't seem to be aware that Hugs and Stitches.
Watch out!
Hugs and Stitches is now the lead jammer for the Coffin Draggers. Skatey Gaga blocked off to the inside.
Hugs and Stitches took some hits.
Stitches took some hits, but Stitches is going to look to put the Draggers
Stitches
in front with the second scoring pass.
Can she score some more points? Watch out! Number 13. Gets hit by a big block by the Brides.
Big block from Lightning the Queen. Stitches stumbles getting back on the track. No momentum. Fitzwilliam Darcy and Lightning the Queen. Fitzwilliam Darcy has been a sub for the Runaway Brides and has just slotted into that defensive wall seamlessly. I've seen Darcy numerous times at the front of the pack for the Runaway Brides. 1 point for the Brides. Skady Gaga. That is 7 for the Coffin Draggers. Coffin Draggers take the lead by a point, 63-62.
Angel Beth, first time up as a jammer.
And that's Skeletori for the Runaway Brides. I would imagine we'll see a lot of Skeletori and a lot of Sandra Slay O'Connor jamming for the Brides here in the second half. Tori to the front.
Can Angel Beth get through the pack? Can Skeletori get out in front?
We've got Beth using the rail to her advantage, clambering along, and is going to put that star on. Lead jammer for the Coffin Draggers. The Coffin Draggers have come out guns blazing in the second half.
The Coffin Dragger fans are getting wild.
Angel of Beth to the high side. Night Mary goes down trying to finish the block. Finally, the jammer is out. Skeletori for the Runaway Brides, and Angel of Beth is going to hang a big number on the board for the Coffin Draggers. 5 points for the Coffin Draggers. I've got a jammer penalty on Skeletori. It's a power jam for the Coffin Draggers.
Now, this is important because every time there's been a power jam or an advantage, they have not been able to capitalize.
That is correct. That is excellent analysis from Gabagool. The Brides defense has been so strong, and all 4 of them are out there now, along with, like I said, the honorary Bride defender, Fitzwilliam Darcy, who's been doing work in the trenches for the Brides. You know I love my blockers out there. All of you die towards the front. Has to get by lightning, could not. Now just has Night Mary to beat, and Night Mary is up to the task. Oh, and then Olive swings by along the inside.
The skating skills.
So Olive gets out, 32 seconds left on the Coffin Draggers power jam. Down along the inside, and Olive, wow.
Oh, we got 26 seconds of the play. Can they grab some more points?
Brides defenders are going to try to get together with 19 seconds left on this power jam. Here comes Olive.
Oh, big block on the back by the Brides.
Olive down to the inside. This time the defensive wall strong, and Olive has all of that momentum sapped.
The Brides, they
is
don't
still
want to
trying to make sure she gets all 5 of those points on this pass. Whistle's going to blow. We'll have to check from the infield.
They did capitalize on that power jam.
It is a 9-point power jam for the Coffin Draggers. Coffin Draggers have scored 36 unanswered points to take the lead, 77-62. Sandra Slay O'Connor for the Brides. And
Angel Beth back for the Draggers.
That's right. Brides are going to be looking for anything they can to staunch this momentum. Sandy runs up into a blocker for the Draggers, is going to try to fight past, and gets out. That's what the Brides need, is lead jam. That's a momentum stauncher right there. Sandra Slay O'Connor up to the task, and the Brides need multiple passes. Angel of Beth not out at the back of the pack. So this is what the Brides are looking for. Stacking scoring passes on top of one another if possible. Now Sandy has to finish this scoring pass and is only going to get the one crack. There goes Angel of Beth for the Draggers. Sandy blocked down again at the back of the pack by Strange. Is going to get up and call it off. So we will see if Sandy got all those points, yay or nay. I'm not sure if they got by both of the blockers. We have a stoppage in play.
A stoppage in plays.
All right, we've got our skater up and back, heading back towards the bench. We'll get checked on. Good to see. We always say we really appreciate our medics springing into action whenever needed and helping us out to tend to our skaters on the track.
These athletes put their body on the line, and it is always nice when they can get up and walk away. Oh, my goodness.
Hey, what did they start selling during that injury timeout?
I'll tell ya. We got ice cream sandwiches, drumsticks, ice cream bars, $3 each, Now available at the snack bar right over here.
Got ice cream goodies at the snack bar,
Right over
$3 tonight.
Over there in the corner.
Yet another food option in addition to your Raven Sweet Haven goods, which I'm sure Raven's going to be selling up till the end of the bout.
$3.
And we've got the pit barbecue outside as well.
I'm down for that.
So,
Also, what about the raffles?
The raffle prizes, again, raffle tickets, $1 each, 6 for $5. If you spend $20, you get 10 free. You drop them in the bags of the things that you want. It's not just like you buy raffle tickets and maybe get a medium T-shirt. Nope. No, this is like you put it in the bag of the thing that you want. We've got fabulous prizes. We'll give you those again, but get down there and hit those raffles. We're going to start giving those away soon. We're back to the action. It is a 12-point lead for the Draggers.
Skady Gaga and All of You Die.
That is correct. Pack is very slow in front of us. We are halfway through the third quarter. It has been all Draggers here in the third quarter and squeezing along the inside and getting out. Taking over his jammer for the Coffin Draggers is Hugs and Stitches.
Number 13.
Stitches gets deposited on the ground by Lightning the Queen at the front of the pack, and Stitches is going to call it off, facing that wall of Bride's defenders.
Now you're feeling with this quarter being halfway over, without Cherry Kiss, how do you feel the Brides are doing?
The Brides are doing well. The lead is 14 still, so the Brides are definitely keeping this thing within earshot without one of their primary offensive weapons, as we mentioned. This is Skeletori for the Brides and Dolly Spartan for the Coffin Draggers. Teams prepare for this kind of a thing. You never know when an injury is going to strike.
You got to step up when
somebody
you need to
might
step up.
foul out. Exactly. Taking off is we got both jammers out, both of them putting their stars on. There goes Dolly Spartan. Here comes Skeletori with a full head of steam for the Runaway Brides. They're going to tear into the back straightaway. Dolly Spartan frantically trying to catch the pack up to the high side, racing around and calls it off. To my eye, I think she got it with Skeletori racing in.
Two laps?
We will find out how many points she got. Dolly with 2 points up on the board. The lead is 16 for the Coffin Draggers, and it's an official timeout. 5:50 to go in the third quarter.
This is a great time to remind you that we have incredible volunteers here. We got rookies. We got skaters. We got our incredible referees. If you want to join our medics, any of these moments, you can do it. Just find somebody with a shirt on and say, how can I get involved? I love what you all are doing here.
If you're interested in watching more bank track roller derby, may I invite you to tune in to Battle on the Bank. That is going to be in 2 weeks. Starts on Friday, 2 weeks from yesterday.
What's the difference?
So let's see, today, the 29th. Battle on the Bank is the national championship.
Oh, so that people come here?
Not here. It is in Monroe, Washington. So just outside of Everett and Seattle, basically, at the county fairgrounds. There are 5.
5?
Arizona, LA, San Diego, Tilted Thunder, who's hosting from Washington.
We bring our best.
And so the Arizona Hotshots are traveling to that. I am going to fly up there. It's crazy. I don't travel, honestly, and so that's a weird thing for me, but I'm going up there to announce not just Arizona. I told them put me to work, so I'm announcing multiple bouts up there for teams.
Is that your first time?
It is my first time going to Washington. I went to LA 2 years ago for this. But Battle on the Bank is going to have so much. Well, I did here, yeah, of course, but I didn't have to travel last year.
Congratulations.
So as I said, 2 weeks, look it up. Check the Tilted Thunder website. They will have all sorts of details on how you can tune into the live stream of Battle on the Bank, the National Bank Track Tournament. Arizona has won 2 years in a row, and they're going for 3 in a row, so tune in and support the Arizona Hotshots. Sandra Slay O'Connor for the Runaway Brides is clawing along the rail and gets out. Sandy once again, lead jammer for the Brides. Staying upright is Olive for the Coffin Draggers.
There's a new team.
I hear Sunshine City is also at Battle. That's fantastic. I had just seen an overdraft of the schedule, and I must have missed a team. You know, I told Sunshine City I would announce for them, and I will still do that. I hope they took me up on that and put me on the schedule.
I love St. Petersburg.
All right. So that jam came to a close. This is going to be Dolly Spartan for the Draggers and Skatey Gaga for the Brides, quickly underway. Skatey is looking for an opening. Dolly is trying to squeeze through the middle of the pack, and Dolly gets out the rail, outruns Nightmare to the end of the pack. Skatey Gaga gets hit hard down along the inside for the Brides. Dolly Spartan along the inside for the Draggers. Now tries to go up to the rail. Is going to get ground into the rail and slow down that Brides defense.
This is where Dolly thrives. She finds a way out. She's coming up on the blockers. Can she move around the... Come on. Come on, Jammer. Let's go.
Skatey Gaga is still trying to find an opening for the Brides. They have not let Dolly finish this scoring pass. She may have gotten all 4 or 5 of the points on the scoring pass, but they definitely made her work for it. So the Brides defense hanging in there. But the Brides do need to find a way to get on the offensive production train. 85-65, the Coffin Draggers are in front and are building this lead. As we get close to the end of the third quarter, there will be about 3:15 to go.
Brides fans, they need your energy. If you're here for the Brides, give them some energy right now.
Skeletori for the Brides. All of you die for the Coffin Draggers. Head referee checking in with one of the OPRs. Draggers have one more blocker off the track. Must skate is what I'm hearing. So now what that means is that Zora La Bruja, so that means the Coffin Draggers have penalties on 3 blockers in the last jam. Zora La Bruja now has to come back out and skate without rest, and then has to serve her penalty going forward. So there's going to be another penalty. We already know the Coffin Draggers have another penalty in the next jam. Basically, they have to have at least 1 blocker. You can only have a maximum of 2 in the penalty box. But big advantage, and the Brides use that to their advantage. Skeletori gets out.
We've seen this play out before.
Yeah, we have seen the Coffin Draggers skating with small packs, and it may give the Brides the opportunity that they need. Skeletori is going to finish a scoring pass. This is what the Brides were looking for, is stacking scoring attempts, as I said.
It's anyone's match.
All of you die puts the star back on and is now just going to line up and play jammer defense. Smart play with those 2 blockers out there for the Coffin Draggers. And as I said, one of those blockers is exhausted. They just skated 60 full seconds. That's part of the must skate problem, is you got to go right back out there, skate again, then serve your penalty.
Why do they have to skate?
It's because a team has to be able to field at least 2 blockers.
And they don't have other blockers?
It would be totally unfair to just have one blocker. So now Zora La Bruja, now the penalty she got in the last jam, now she goes to sit for that penalty.
Oh, so they wouldn't only let...
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. They had to have at least 2 blockers. Brides, though, use that small pack to their advantage. They cut the lead in half, 85-75. Big 10-point jam for the Brides late in the third quarter.
Can the Coffin Draggers hold off on those penalties?
And now another big announcement. It's a power jam for the Coffin Draggers.
What? Look at how it turns. Coffin Draggers, make some noise.
In service of picking up those 10 big points, it's a penalty for the Brides jammer. So now the Brides power jam defense is going to have to roll into effect. And Dolly Spartan breaks it. We haven't seen that happen yet tonight, where the jammer has just gotten right out for the Coffin Draggers on a power jam. Pack's going to come together. The Brides do have a 3-wall, and they do hold the rail. They don't cede their position there. 35 seconds to go in the power jam.
Coffin Draggers trying to work together to get that jammer out in front for some points.
Now they've got Novocaine pinned at the back, trying to get clear. Those front blockers are still not out of play, and Dolly gets to go on by. Just sliding off the track was Nightmare, but man.
But why does she get to go on by?
Because Nightmare stepped off the track.
Oh, so the blocker stepped off the track?
Yeah,
okay.
So the blocker has to stay on the track for that to be a thing. No cut track penalty there, or at least if there is, there could be. But Dolly did not think there was, is the important
part. So if
part.
they both go off.
If they both go off, then the jammer doesn't have to get back on behind the blocker.
Oh, okay.
It indeed looked like there was a penalty on Dolly Spartan. It is a power jam for the Runaway Brides. The Runaway Brides just hung a bagel on the board defensively. Runaway Brides put no points, hung a 0 on the board. We're going to have a stoppage in play. The Brides now have a chance to take a power jam as we go into the quarter break. Must have been a cut track penalty. I did, as you know, I have terrible eyesight and did not see the whiteboard. But I'm going to guess, see, that's the danger is you can, and that, it could have been that, could have been something else on Dolly. I honestly am not sure. The Draggers are not electing to challenge, at least not yet. The Runaway Brides have called a team timeout to talk about this power jam. I feel like I've said so important so many times. Let's give away some raffle prizes, everybody. Get those tickets ready. Gabagool's going to give away the first one. What are you giving away?
This is for the Claire's Kids goodie bag.
All right, get those raffle tickets ready.
We're going to go to claim their prize.
They will go down to the raffle table. Not up to us.
Go down to the raffle table for the Claire's Kid goodie bag number 54865. You're a winner if you have your raffle ticket ending in 8685. Congratulations, you won the Claire's Kids
8685.
goodie
If that's
bag.
you, give us a wave and a hoot and a holler over there. Thank you. Head on down that way. Don't come up here. Go down to the raffle prize table. Raffle prizes, first person coming to you is the Claire's Kids Bags winner. Now, we have a challenge. I said the Draggers had not challenged yet. The Brides gave the Draggers time to think about it, and the Draggers have decided to challenge. So we will see if the power jam stands. Here's your second prize. These prizes are going to be coming fast and furious in the fourth quarter.
Please keep your tickets out.
Dead Star Press, goodie bag, and pick a book. Dead Star Press, goodie bag, and pick a book, 412962. 412962. We've got ticket number 2962 for the Dead Star Press goodie bag and a book. Thank you for letting me know. You didn't win the first one, and this is blank, but I will check. Thank you.
Good. That's actually smart.
Thank you, James. Of course. All right, one more. Did we get a winner for the Dead Star Press? Sorry, one of the regulators was letting me know that they put their name on their tickets, and so they wanted me to make sure I knew that. So I will check
no names
for that.
on these two winners.
All right, once again, Dead Star Press, goodie bag and pick a book, 412962. It's a red raffle ticket. Dead Star Press, 412962, as this challenge continues.
Please make some noise so we know you won. Otherwise, we're going to draw another one?
Yeah, eventually.
If you won, make some noise.
As we get into the fourth quarter, so hang on to those red raffle tickets if you want the Dead Star prize. We don't have a winner yet. One would not think they left, but who knows? So we will have to wait and see. Here comes the head referee. Looks like the challenge is wrapping up. I'm going to put this ticket right here.
Okay, I'll put it right over here.
Yeah, here we go. So the Coffin Draggers put 7 points on the board in that last power jam, 92-75 Coffin Draggers in front. Unfortunately, challenge unsuccessful, penalty stands.
25 seconds left of the third quarter, so this will be
a full 60-second jam.
Okay.
Yeah, this will be the last jam of the third quarter. Hollywood at the jammer line for the Runaway Brides. Runaway Brides are bringing the big guns here for the power jam offense.
Can the
Coffin Draggers only have 2 blockers. Don't forget they had the Muscate, so Zora LaBruja had to sit, and Hollywood is already out. Could we see a lead change before the fourth quarter starts? Hollywood fast through the pack, blocked off, and the blocker just tapped out of bounds.
Only slowed it down.
Yeah, the blocker, that was Tifa, and Aunt Tifa tried to stay in bounds and just tapped out of bounds. Now, Coffin Draggers
Bride's
are trying
capitalizing on this jam.
Hollywood gets Aunt Tifa off the track and gets to go on around again. That is a second scoring pass for Hollywood. Here comes a third, but those Draggers defenders get together. Can they stay together and stay at the front of the pack? Here comes Hollywood now. Is going to weave through and finish that third scoring pass. Ooh. That's going to be huge for the Runaway Brides. We've got to wait for it to be official.
It's not
as they're going to blow
yet,
the skaters
folks.
down off the track.
It's not over yet.
And the Runaway Brides. Hold on. Hold on. The points are not official. Hold on.
Ooh.
Quarter break has started, but the points are not official. Hold on.
It's getting hot in here. So let's skate. It's getting hot in here.
All 15. The Runaway Brides put 15 points on the board in that power jam. 2-point lead for the Coffin Draggers as we head into the fourth quarter. Can the Coffin Draggers win the title for the first time in a very long time, or will the Runaway Brides defend their title? We've got 15 more minutes of derby action coming up.
I figured it out.
What's that?
You have to stop the power jams from the Brides from capitalizing on those penalties.
Yes, the Brides are very good on the power jam, as I said, and that's why the Coffin Draggers that was such a momentous time there for the Brides to be able to get all those points on the board. Huge.
So do you think a clean skate, a good defense from the Draggers could stop them and win the fourth quarter?
I honestly am just having such a good time watching this. I am just excited to see what happens.
Ooh.
Really, honestly, can the Brides hold off the Draggers, or is it going to be a Draggers victory at the end of the day? Let's get that ticket one more time for the Dead Star Press. Let's look at that winning ticket.
I like nail biters.
Okay, the Dead Star Press one more time. Get those red tickets ready for Dead Star Press. 412-962. 412-962 for Dead Star Press.
Give me a ooh.
Yep.
Ooh, ooh.
If that's you, we will redraw that at the end.
We're not even going to take time.
All right.
Because somebody wants to win. Let's draw another one for that Dead Star. Dead Star, 1717, last four of your red raffle ticket.
Let's see. They got a name on the back just to be
Is
sure?
their name? Blank name.
No. All right. Yep. Your new Dead Star winner is 591717. 591717 for Dead Star Press.
Claim your prize. We're going to move right along to the 60-minute Tucci massage.
All right, get your
Tucci
tickets ready if
touch.
you wanted the Tucci's Touch Massage.
Raffle ticket 592154. You won a 60-minute. Oh, you won it.
We got a woo down there for the Tucci's Touch.
Love a woo.
592154 for Tucci's Touch Massage. Good to hear. And what's our next one we've got right here?
And our Derby goodie bag with totes, a fanny pack, T-shirt, and free smells. All right. The raffle ticket for the winner is 5488758. You are a winner. Those numbers again, ending in 8758. Red raffle ticket.
Did I hear a woo for that?
We got a woo? All right.
All right. Yep. Head on down to the raffle prize table. You've won the Derby goodie bag. So we're going to hang on to these Dead Star tickets. Like I said, one more time. Dead Star Press, 591717 for Dead Star Press.
Congratulations to the winners.
And we'll do that. We'll hang on to that one for now. We'll draw one of those after the break is over if nobody has claimed it by then. I'll give that one more shot in case anybody stepped outside. All right.
If anyone's paying attention to me, I'm Gabagool. My name is G-A-B-A Ghoul on Instagram. You can follow me. Something that I'm doing that's so special is I'm helping Dene Pride, which is Indigenous Two-Spirit LGBTQ Pride in Window Rock, Arizona this June, raise money to put on their Pride organization, which is about $7,000. How we are doing it to support our communities here through sticker sales. We have stickers, we have messages that you can send your friends, like a You Go Ghoul friend from me me, so I'll write them a letter. And you can get Danae Pride stickers at yeahdaddy.com/GABA. That's yeahdaddy.com/GABA, GABA. And you can buy stickers, support your community. All money raised until June 5th goes support Danae Pride.
So, Derby fans, we start with a challenge. So the Runaway Brides are challenging something in the previous jam, and I see Holly Hood in the penalty box. So this is probably challenging the fact that without this, the Runaway Brides would be surrendering a power jam to the Coffin Draggers to start the fourth quarter, squandering all that momentum. So we have our fourth challenge of the game. The Brides won a first half challenge, and if they win this challenge, they would, I believe, get a challenge back. Is that correct? Punctuality? I don't.
If it's overturned, they get it back for the second.
The second one? Okay, good. Okay, I get it. You can win each one back once.
But the Brides lost at the first half, and the Draggers lost at the second half.
So the Draggers don't have a challenge left. The Brides are seeing if they can get this jammer penalty overturned. That's what we're facing right now. 92-90. Holly Hood just put 15 points on the board, but picked up a penalty. Could have been right here in front of us. Could have been the same thing. I don't know if it's a cut track. It was a back block, by the way, on Dolly Spartan, so is what it was. So they're discussing that in the back straightaway as we get ready to get back to the action. Don't forget, Tucci's Touches here giving free 10-minute massages here in the warehouse.
Grab yourself some barbecue in the back, read some books.
That's right. We've got Raven's Sweet Haven here selling items. We've got ice cream goods for $3 a piece down at the merch booth.
We got our rookies doing all the crazy work tonight. Give it up for the rookies. Hey, rookies. We love you, rookies.
What was it? Wait, come back.
This one. I don't know where to put this one for this.
Okay, we're good with that.
But these are winners.
Yeah.
All right. Challenge is over. Challenge unsuccessful. Penalty upheld. Arms penalty on Holly Hood. And they have a blocker in the penalty box. So it's going to be a pack advantage power jam for the Coffin Draggers to start the fourth quarter. No. Yes. It is a 2-3. No, not a pack advantage. The Coffin Draggers also have one skater in the penalty box, so it is a 3-on-3 pack for this penalty jam. Power jam, with Dolly Spartan, and we're underway. Practically a brand new
Dragger
game.
fans, if you want them to score, you better get excited for this fourth quarter.
And Dolly is going to get clear along the top. Good defense on the outset, though, by the Runaway Brides. Those three Brides defenders frustrating Dolly. There's 33 seconds left on this power jam clock. Block at the back of the pack. Dolly is now to the front and is trying to get past. Gets some help. Not quite clear. Good block by Nightmare. And then there's Fitzwilliam Darcy. And again, the Brides. Good job of slowing Dolly down during the power jam and keeping this from being a humongous outburst of points like they just saw Holly Hood got for the Brides. Here is Dolly, this time easily through the pack. Not enough time to get around for another scoring pass, but that's going to build that lead back up for the Coffin Draggers.
Anyone's game. And it
10
down
points
to
for the Coffin Draggers. Coffin Draggers are over 100, 102-90. Coffin Draggers up into triple digits. Runaway Brides will be fighting to get there soon.
Can the Coffin Draggers hold off on the penalties? We got Skatey Gaga, 113 out for the Brides.
And all of you die for the Coffin Draggers as we get underway. So, Coffin Draggers stake themselves to a 12-point lead with the first jam of this quarter. Skady Gaga's toward the front, is trying to get past a couple of jammers, but then gets run up into the rail by Hugs and Stitches. Excellent blocking by the Coffin Draggers. Draggers now have the advantage at the front, trying to get their jammer clear. Lightning is blocking them. And now here's Skady Gaga trying to make a run to the front. Gets blocked by Stitches. Stitches was trying to take the star from Olive, and then so Stitches had to switch back to defense. Still neither jammer out. Skady Gaga advancing. Gets knocked down hard. Big block by Stitches in the back of the pack. 20 seconds to go on the jam clock. Neither jammer out. We're still watching. We're rapidly approaching the point where it doesn't matter if anybody were to get out. We're at that point now. There is not time for a scoring pass, and both jammers know it, so we are just going to watch the last 5 seconds burn off the clock. Exciting roller derby action as skaters trundle into the back straightaway. I kid, of course. There's just one of those clock things that you got to worry about. So, score unchanged, 102.90. Skeletori, Dolly Spartan. Dolly's been out there a lot for the Coffin Draggers.
I've only ever seen Dolly's energy grow throughout the matches.
And that is definitely a thing. Dolly becomes more hard to stop as the bout goes on, as blockers become more and more tired.
Both teams very, very hungry.
Skeletori was at the back of the pack trying to play some jammer defense, and now Dolly has advanced, and Dolly's out for the Draggers. What the Draggers want is to control the pace of play and get lead jams. Skeletori blocked at the back of the pack and was looking to play some jammer defense, gets blocked hard off to the inside by Murder Mittens. At the same time, Dolly's getting knocked into the rail. Dolly finishes off that scoring pass for the Draggers. Skeletori is trying to find an opening, just nothing happening. That Coffin Draggers defense has been very strong outside of the power jams they've had to give up. Dolly gets knocked down as Tori is going to take off and keep from becoming a point. And Dolly gets up back there in the back straightaway. That's the second hard fall Dolly has taken. Coffin Draggers are going to put 9, 10 big points on the board for the Coffin Draggers. 112-90, and it's a power jam for the Runaway Brides. The Brides another power jam opportunity.
I would not count them out.
Just what they were looking for. Holly Hood on the jammer line for the Brides. Brides are down 22 at the moment.
Holly Hood has always met this moment.
Brides have all of their defenders. The Draggers again with the pack disadvantage here on the power jam. Holly Hood made hay in a similar situation recently. Gets past Murder Mittens at the back of the pack. Now to the front, is going to get by Stitches, but runs into the other blocker.
Coffin Draggers trying to stop her.
And gets out and gets clear for the Brides. Cheer from the Brides fans in the crowd. 40 seconds left on the Brides power jam. Holly Hood is going to set to work trying to get points on the board. Good blocking by that blocker at the back of the pack, and now she advances to get up to the rest of the blockers, and they're going to get together and the pack's going to take off. Lightning peels the pack apart. Holly Hood to the inside. Great block.
Great block.
Great block by Antifa in the middle of the pack to knock Holly Hood down to the inside and sap her momentum, and Holly Hood's going to call it off. Good defense by the Coffin Draggers on the power jam.
Holly Hood fought for every point. Every single point.
5 points for the Brides. 112-95 is the lead at the moment. Coffin Draggers are in front by 17. That's All of You Die and Skady Gaga for the Runaway Brides.
We've seen this matchup quite a few times this evening.
Yes, we have. Next stoppage in play, we'll give away more raffle prizes, so stay tuned for that here in the arena. Skady Gaga is toward the front and is out. Skady Gaga clear for the Runaway Brides. Now All of You Die had Lightning to deal with, but could not get clear. Good defense by the Runaway Brides at the front of the pack. Here comes Skady Gaga. Skady for the Brides gets past Olive playing jammer defense at the back of the pack, but then runs into a wall. The Brides have
momentum stopper.
Yeah, the Brides have Draggers defenders back there, and Skady Gaga had to get past them. Try to anyway.
Really slows things down when you
Really
meet a wall.
does. Really does. Great defense by the Draggers here. So Skady Gaga is just trying to make sure she gets all of those points on this scoring pass with 8 seconds left. All of you never got out. Skady Gaga calls it off. And good jammer awareness by Skady Gaga. Knew she had all 5 of those points and called it off. So 112-100. Coffin Draggers are in front by 12. Runaway Brides have hit 100 for the bout. Both teams in triple digits. Evenly matched bout like we thought it might be.
Is this the highest scoring championship mount?
No, it
Okay.
is. It is mid-scoring, I would put it. I would not say low scoring, and I would not say high scoring. We have a power jam for the Coffin Draggers. They've called down the jammer for the Runaway Brides. It's going to be a battle of power jams. All of a sudden, the jammers are just picking up penalties left and right. There are barely any skaters out there. Boy, this could be huge for the Coffin Draggers.
Can they work
No,
together?
they were all
Can
just
they
all
communicate?
together.
Can they take advantage?
There's a normal number of skaters out there. They were just very tightly bunched. There's 3 and 3.
Optical illusion.
Yes. So good defense so far by the Runaway Brides on the power jam. That's what they need. They need to make sure they don't give up anything in the double digits here and to keep
And
this
to
close.
not have penalties from these moments.
Right. We are halfway through the 4th quarter.
Dolly says, let me restart. I got to see what I'm dealing with.
Yeah, Dolly basically kind of hung out on the jammer line for a second, waited to get that angle one more time. Nothing doing. Those Brides defenders, 21 seconds to go on the power jam and nothing yet. And then one of them takes a knee, pops back up. Dolly is not going to get through, and Dolly's like
looking for some help.
Yep. No, the time is going to expire. Dolly can't call it off, and the clock is going to run out. Again, another big bagel on the board for the Runaway Brides on defense on the power jam.
Brides
They've done
with
it
the
again.
defensive block.
The Runaway Brides power jam defense is keeping them in this game.
Making them work hard. Everyone's working hard for them points.
We've got an official timeout. 6:43 to go in the 4th quarter. Coffin Draggers 112, Runaway Brides 100. Neither team has a challenge remaining. Let's point that out. Both teams have at least one timeout. Coffin Draggers have 2, Runaway Brides have 1. That's kind of your game reset as we're about halfway through this quarter. We've got 2 Runaway Brides in the penalty box, though. In effort, on that defensive effort, you will sometimes pick up blocking penalties.
Because you're trying
It's
to cover
tough.
more
Yes.
field and try to be more as if you're more players, right?
As we said, if you missed it, we've touched on it a couple of times. Cherry Kiss picked up just before the half a UC penalty and is no longer available to the Brides. We mention that again just because of the consequentiality of this. Let's give away some prizes. Good idea. We have the $300 Rhea Riot Tattoo gift card. Get your red tickets ready for Rhea Riot Tattoo. 592-152. 592-152 for Rhea Riot $300
Yeah, we got a winner.
tattoo. We got a winner for that. 592-152 is your winner for Rhea Riot. Head on down to the raffle table.
I love a winner.
What do we got over there?
We have the Switchblade Salon haircut, $75. If you're holding the raffle ticket, 592028, you are the winner of the Switchblade Salon haircut. Last 4 again is 2028 and no name on the bag.
Good. Thank you for checking. We got a winner for Switchblade 2028. Anyone? We'll double check with the crowd. Let us know if somebody won. Down here, thank you. Good to know. You'll head over to the raffle table at your leisure. Trust me, watch the game action now. Pick up your raffle prize after the game. Do not miss this action. And the Draggers get out. Sandra Slay O'Connor for the Brides, and your jammer for the Draggers is Hugs and Stitches is out for the Draggers. That is what they are looking for here. Get out, get lead jam, and get points on the board. Sandy gets out of the pack. Became a jammer point, but is going to keep this to 1 scoring pass for the Draggers, and Stitches calls it off. So that should be 5 for the Draggers. We'll verify. And I hear skaters off the track once again. Let's see
6 minutes.
what it's going to be. All right, Coffin Draggers are going to use their first second-half timeout. Both teams have 1 timeout remaining.
We're at 6 minutes left of the fourth quarter.
Dead Star Press. I hope you kept those tickets. We're going to try Dead Star Press one more time. There's a lot of tickets in this bag, so a lot of people wanted this
tickets,
Dead Star Press.
So many people want
All right.
this prize.
Dead Star Press, 412-964. 412-964 for Dead Star. 412-964. No name on the back. Double checked.
Going once. Oh, over there. Hi, I see you.
Hey, you're right by the raffle table.
You're a winner, baby.
Good for you. Oh, well, it is a timeout. You can grab your raffle prize.
You're a winner.
412-964 was the winner for Dead Star Press.
Okay, everyone's won tonight. That's
All right.
awesome.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for supporting the raffle. There was a bunch of tickets in those bags. We certainly appreciate it. Here you go. There's all the winners that I drew in case anybody comes up and was like, that was my ticket. All right, looks like the team timeout is just about over. 6 minutes exactly to go in regulation. 6 minutes to go in regulation.
Do not forget to come party with us afterwards to celebrate the champions as well as the second place winners at the Thunderbird Lounge, located on 7th Avenue, north of Indian School Road.
And go ahead.
That's where the Derby Action is going to be.
It is a power jam for the Runaway Brides, who are down by 17 points with 6 minutes to go.
Absolutely possible.
This
Absolutely.
is huge, and the Brides open Main Street right off the bat, and Skeletori gets out. The Brides use that Draggers team timeout to their own advantage. Skeletori is out for the Brides. The Brides are looking to put big points on the board here. They've got the pack slowed down. The Brides do have the advantage here. Front blockers are not out of play, but Tori does get by on a scoring pass. That's one. 30 seconds to go on the Brides power jam. Brides are hacking into that lead as we speak. Skeletori up to the high side. This time the Draggers defense at least is able to slow and frustrate, but Skeletori finishes a scoring pass. There's time for a third. There's 14 seconds on the clock.
Can they capitalize on this moment?
The pack is super slow. Cryptic Callie trying to break the goad situation and get a little motion going on. And Skeletori gets through. Last blocker off, gets back up on the track. We'll have to check the points from the infield.
Ooh, that was quite a lot of points.
Not going to change the lead, but that's going to be another big serving of points for the Runaway Brides on the power jam.
Seen it over and over and over again.
The Runaway Brides put 14 points on the board. It is a 3-point lead for the Coffin Draggers. There's going to be about 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go in regulation when this jam starts.
It's coming down to every single penalty,
Kansas
every single
City
point.
is jamming for the first time for the Runaway Brides. Dolly Spartan is jamming for the 84th time for the Coffin Draggers. Kansas City is up towards the front. Not an inexperienced jammer by any means. Jams for the Valkyries, her home team. Hands the star forward to Sandra Slay O'Connor, who does jam for the Brides a lot.
Can the Brides come back and take the lead after 2 quarters?
Dolly gets out of the pack for the Brides. Sandy's got to get by 4 skaters to change the lead. Grinds to a halt at the back of the pack, and the Draggers defense, good. We will see if Sandy got any points. Sandy got 1 point at the back of the pack.
That's
excellent defensive effort.
When you have a full team, that's possible. When you have people that are in the penalty box, a lot more difficult.
117-115, Coffin Draggers in front, 3:30 to go in regulation. Skady Gaga on the jammer line for the Runaway Brides, and that's all of you die for the Coffin Draggers.
These 2 jammers have faced off.
Yes, they
going
have.
Head to head.
It was Cherry versus Olive in the first half, and Skady Gaga has jumped into that role and is doing big-time jamming duty for the Runaway Brides. Next skater up, like they always say, and the Brides send Skady Gaga up there. She bounces around the back of the pack, and all of you die gets out for the Coffin Draggers. Every lead jam is so huge at this point in the game.
Dragger fans, let her hear ya!
Skady to the front of the pack is trying to get by, not able to get out. Olive gets clipped off to the infield. Excellent block by Sandra Slay O'Connor at the back of the pack. Olive is still not able to get by Sandy. Skady Gaga lines up to play defense with the other blockers for the Runaway Brides to try to keep this to one scoring pass. Olive gets through.
Catches free. Gets free. Dragger fans are crazy. The energy is loud here. The energy is loud.
Draggers fans are feeling it with 2:30 to go in regulation. Olive Uday finishes a second scoring
Cuts
pass.
through. 5 seconds,
5
on the
seconds
clock.
to go on the jam clock. That's gonna
I love you, Die.
Let's check the score from the infield. 10 big points for the Coffin Draggers. 2 full scoring passes.
They said
Draggers lead back to double digits with 2 minutes to go in regulation.
They said
and
hold.
it's going to be a Coffin Draggers power jam.
Oh!
Wait. Hold on.
There's
We've
discussion.
got the regulators getting together, and they're calling in all the outside pack referees. There's going to be a whistle.
Come on
It's
in.
an official timeout.
Come on in.
It might be a Coffin Draggers power jam for all the marbles. Let's find out. 127, 115, 2:02 to go in regulation. Man.
For all the glory. Both teams doing great job offensively and defensively.
If you've never been to a flat track derby bout, they are just this exciting, and I encourage you over the course of the summer while we are shuttered because the warehouse is hot, to check out flat track roller derby in the city of Phoenix and beyond. There are so many leagues. There is ASU skates now. There is AZRD. There is AZRG. There is AZ Skate Club down in Casa Grande. There's Phoenix RD. There are leagues up north. There are leagues further south. Look up flat track derby near you this summer. There is probably derby within a 20-minute drive of you every Saturday night this summer. I kid you not.
And that's how the sport builds. is
Yes.
you bring someone to it.
Right.
You support the ladies and theys in the sport.
That is right.
And you live for each
Yep.
point, each moment, each jam.
You don't have to wait until September for derby action. Like I
Absolutely.
said, there is flat track derby a go-go. I hear a cheer. After discussion, the penalty has been wiped. No power jam for the Coffin Draggers. Even strength jam upcoming. Coffin Draggers still with the 12-point lead, but boy, a power jam would have been nice. I'm thinking they wouldn't have turned down a power jam at this point in the game. Anyhow, full strength jam. It looks like, man, maybe even full strength blockers too. Skeletori for the Runaway Brides and Dolly Spartan for the Coffin Draggers. If the Draggers can get lead jam here, they will control the pace of play throughout the last couple of jams. Skeletori is toward the front and is trying to duck around that last blocker. Great blocking. Oh, wonderful blocking by Reckless Rose at the front of the pack by the Coffin Draggers to keep Skeletori in. Tori does get out, but Dolly Spartan got out first for the Coffin Draggers. Draggers do have lead jams, so they get to control, like I said. Up to them. What happens here? Dolly Spartan along the inside gets as many as she can and calls it off. That's exactly what the Draggers wanted, is to get lead jam and be able to orchestrate how they want things to go. Skaters off the track. We're going to have another stoppage in play. What is it? Let's find out. That's a team timeout. Runaway Brides have used their final timeout to talk over some strategy. We had penalties on both jammers in that jam. We are at timeout. Thank you. We had penalties on both jammers, so that means double jammer down. Both teams will feel the jammer coming up. Coffin Draggers are in front by 14. Let's announce our winners for the silent auction items. They have been delivered to us. Your winner of the Lost Dutchman tattoo is Allison Adolph. Allison Adolph, you have won the Lost Dutchman tattoo with your last bid. I will hand that back to Miner.
And I would like to thank the person that bid $20 You have beautiful cursive handwriting, and I would love to say your name. Maybe something with a K.
Candy?
Maybe Kindle. Maybe last name.
Could be Kendall Jansen.
Maybe Lamb.
Siphon Draw Apothecary, if it looks sort of like Kendall Jansen with very nice handwriting, Kendall with a Y, you would be the winner of Siphon Draw. So
very beautiful
yeah,
handwriting.
Siphon Draw Apothecary.
Very beautiful
We'll hand that up there.
handwriting.
There we are. Looks like the timeout is getting ready to wrap up, getting everything ready to go. Runaway Brides talking over their strategy for what will probably be the last 2 jams of regulation. 1:12 to go. Totem says Ref Boyardee. Okay.
What is
Totem means double jammer down, and both
Double.
teams have 2 blockers in the penalty box. That means there are 6 people in the penalty box. That means we have a minimum pack. We have 2 blockers for each team and 2 jammers.
That's it. That's the max.
That is a totem. We have the minimum pack out there with 1:12 to go.
See?
Runaway Brides
All
would
these
love
penalties.
to steal lead jam here with Sandra Slay O'Connor. All of you die for the Coffin Draggers will be looking to do the same as they have done the last couple of jams in a row. The Draggers are going to look to steal lead jam here. It's so important here. Both teams. This is so important with this probably most likely next to last regulation jam. A lot hinges on this here.
1:12 on the game clock.
We're underway. Up to the small pack we go. Sandy gets there first. Run off to the infield by that Draggers blocker who's doing great work at the back of the pack. All of you die. Weaves around that last
1
blocker and
minute
gets out.
remaining
Sandy
of
takes
the
off as well.
Final quarter.
So Sandy's at least going to enforce a quick call off, but Olive's going to try to put some points on the board first for the
got us
Coffin
a
Draggers.
game.
Bride's wall holds up, and Olive has to call it off quickly. Sandy was racing as fast as she could to get there and try to get points on the pursuit.
40 seconds
Clock
on the
continues
game
to
clock.
run. This will be what is upcoming, the last jam of regulation.
Derby fans, get on your feet.
That's
Get
right.
on your feet, Derby fans.
We did have 3 points on both sides. Sandra Slay O'Connor got 3 points on the pursuit. That's why you'll always skate through the whistle, kids. 132-118, outstanding. Sandra Slay O'Connor makes it a net gain of nothing on the jam. Wow, that is so big. Sandy basically taking 3 points off the board for the Draggers with that pursuit. And, it is going to be a power jam for the Brides. No, it is a power jam for the Brides.
Can they hold them off, the Coffin Draggers?
The last jam of regulation. The Brides are down by 14. Oh, my
Skeletori.
goodness. Sandra Slay O'Connor with those 3 points made it to where the Brides can win with 3 scoring passes. They couldn't before. How big is that?
Bride
They gotta
fans,
get
let
out
them hear
once,
you.
but they could. Tori down to the inside. Draggers defense good so far.
Regulation
Brides
clock
needed
done.
to get out
The fourth
fast.
quarter ended. Still play clock going.
That's
Final
right.
play.
Tori down to the inside. Draggers are going to try to get together at the front of the pack. Here comes Tori now for the Brides.
Coffin Dragger defense holding off the lead jammer for the Brides.
Draggers haven't cracked yet. Blocker goes down. Callie over the top of that blocker.
20 seconds
Now-
on the game clock.
Jammer
On the jam clock, excuse me.
is up, and no, we're trying to find the
10
the
seconds
jammer.
on the game clock.
Yes,
on the jam
this
clock.
is going
Let's
to be a
go.
humongous defensive stand for the Coffin Draggers. What a time for a defensive bagel on the board for the Coffin Draggers. And we're at the end of regulation.
We got to wait for the official.
We got to wait for penalty jams now. We got to wait and see.
We have to wait for the official call.
132-118. How fitting would it be for the last jam to be a defensive 0 for the Coffin Draggers? Could that be what it took to win the title? Checking in with everybody is head referee Bender B. Rodriguez. There's going to be a lot of checking in. Depending on how the penalties laid out, if there are penalties on the Coffin Draggers and none on the Brides,
they
we will have.
skate? That's what I want to know.
That's it!
The winners of your 2026 Arizona Dame Champions, the Coffin Dragons! Congratulations, teams and athletes! Great game! Great game teams.
The party's in the graveyard tonight, everybody.
Ghoul Gang, where you at? 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 Let's go! Ghoul Gang, where you at? Congratulations, Coffin Draggers!
For the first time in over a decade, we have a new champion. It is the Coffin Draggers.
Oh, you just witnessed history in over a decade. Congratulations, teams.
And now let's hear it for the runners-up Runaway Brides. The Runaway Brides, what a title defense. In the second half, came back, had it neck and neck throughout, and just
audience, give
ran
them
out
some
of
love.
Give
them
your
some
love.
Give them some love.
Give them your love. And the brides get your respect after
job,
9
brides.
calendar years
Brides.
of being the champions of this league. The brides etched their name in the record books of this league over the course of the past 10 calendar years with authority.
Impressive. That is impressive.
Incredibly impressive, and it was no picnic. The Draggers had to go and get it. I've always said you got to beat the brides, and somebody actually beat the brides in the title game. The Coffin Draggers are victorious.
What do we do now?
What?
We have to say anything?
I don't think we have to say anything.
Here is the award
And
ceremony.
now on the infield
Raise
is the
it nice
league
and high.
trophy embezzlement. Your Coffin Draggers co-captain is going to bring the trophy out to the Draggers fans.
Congratulations
back
to our
straightaway.
coaches, Gare Bear and Grantula, for an incredible year.
Coffin Draggers in the season undefeated regular season league champions. The Runaway Brides, what a run. What a run, and you know next season they're going to be back with blood in the mouth and ready to go and ready to snatch the title back. That's the best part. I love sports.
This was an incredible game.
Wasn't
Thank
that
you,
great?
my friend.
Thank you, my friend. You are one of the best announcers out there, I'll tell you what. Coffin
I
Draggers
love
fans
it.
are letting them have it down there in the infield. The after party is at Thunderbird Lounge. It's on 7th Avenue, just north of Indian School. Navit, Navit. Thunderbird Lounge is where the after party is at. After we wind down here, we're going to be decamping to there, and everybody's going to be there. Please join us. Gabagool, thank you so much again.
Signing off, I'm Gabagool.
And I'm Clofton P. Grudge. I will see some of you on the broadcast of Battle on the Bank in 2 weeks. Other than that, we'll talk to you next September for Season 21 of the Arizona Derby Dames. Thank you so much. Good night.